Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P with Slap Happy Gorilla Podcast. What? Julio, Cesare, Chavez, Manny Pacquiao, two legends that weighed in on the Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford fight. Hey, look, they had something to say about it. These are some of the things we're going to talk about in this video. Go ahead and like the video since you found it. If you don't like the video, give it a dislike. Whatever. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Hey, hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time new content come down. Listen, this is Daddy P, y'all, with Slap Happy Gorilla Podcast. Y'all stick with your boy, man. Stick with me. Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Julio Cesar Chavez say, hey, he believes that his countryman, Canelo Alvarez, is not only going to give Terrence Crawford his first loss, but his first loss by knockout. Listen, Manny Pacquiao, he slightly gave the nod to Canelo Alvarez, if that's what you want to call it, but he had a little bit of advice to give Terrence Crawford. Now, you know, Manny Pacquiao has a fight coming up for the WBC 147-pound strap. Listen. So, hey, since he's been back in the mix, the media's been following him around, and he has a fight hype video out there. Also, I was reading an article by Sports Illustrated that, you know, talked a little bit about Pacquiao, how he, you know, felt about the fight, and some little bit of, you know, advice he gave to Terrence Crawford. Now, Manny Pacquiao, hey, look, y'all know who he is. He's a very big boxing icon. You know what I'm saying? He has over 70 fights, but he's coming back in the mix. Now, with Terrence Crawford, y'all know one time, it was a talk about Terrence Crawford fighting Manny Pacquiao back in the day before he retired. But it never came to fruition. But now when asked about the fight, he said that it's good for Canelo. We know that he speaks decent English, but at times he does have to reach for words to express what he means. Now, he said that the fight is good for Canelo. That leads me to believe that he meant that Canelo, he gives the favorite for the fight. Now, in regards to Terrence Crawford, he was asked, what advice can you give Terrence Crawford? Being that you yourself, Manny Pacquiao, has moved up in weight divisions and been successful. Manny Pacquiao replied, hey, look, I think that Terrence Crawford should focus on speed and style. Now, when you say style, like I said, he knows English, but he uses words to describe what he means. That might be a little, you have to give a little thought to sometime. But we all know that Terrence Crawford's style, man, is very diverse. He can fight either way. He can fight orthodox. He can fight southpaw. You know, he's very athletic. He does have some speed. And, you know, he has a very high IQ in the ring. Listen. All of these things are things that could help Terrence Crawford, according to Manny Pacquiao, in the fight. Now, me, myself, hey, y'all know I'm a Terrence Crawford fan. I am a realist. Canelo Alvarez, I did give him the edge on the fight. However, after that skull fight, a lot of people are saying that, hey, Canelo Alvarez is showing some signs of slowing down. Now, I think that a Canelo Alvarez in about 2021 probably would have cut off the ring and savagely knocked out William Skull. But it didn't happen. You got a little bit older guy that, hey, look, you got to know. This guy's been fighting since he was 15 years old. He's not the average, guy in his mid-30s that's fighting. He's had a lot of fights. So Canelo Alvarez, and it's not that he's been in these big-time wars where he was, going to war with guys and going tooth and nail. But it is, he's been getting ready for some big fights. He's been in the limelight. And those fights, hey, in the training camp, you have to test your body in order to get ready for these type of fights, to be in tip-top shape. And I think a lot of these training camps with these fights that he's had is taking a toll on his body. Something I learned, watching a couple of interviews a couple weeks ago is that Canelo Alvarez has a knee brace. He don't wear it all the time, but he does have a knee brace. So that's something to think about, man. You got a Terence Crawford that, hey, look, he's getting towards the twilight of his career as well. Y'all remember the Victor Postol fight? A lot of people refer back to that fight and say that style could probably give him an edge against Canelo. In this particular fight, Terence Crawford did choose his times when he would stand and fight with Victor Postol, but he did use some lateral movement, and he did, he moved a lot in that fight. He did drop, however, he dropped Victor Postol twice, en route to a victory. So a lot of people refer back to that fight. But let's face it, Terence Crawford is not that same guy who fought Victor Postol back at his run at 140 pounds. Listen, Crawford himself is a little bit older. He's had some training camps himself. But I think that a style that would use a mix of movement and a little bit of thought of when and where to go engage with Canelo Alvarez, this is a style that could favor Crawford in the fight. So, like I said, I think this fight is closer to 50-50 now. I still slightly give Canelo Alvarez the edge, but I am a Terence Crawford fan. And hey, I'm pulling for Crawford, just quite frankly. Nothing against Canelo in this instant, but I'm just a fan of Terence Crawford. Hey, look, y'all let me know what y'all feel about the fight. This Daddy P. Like, hate, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time it go down. This is Daddy P, and I'm out of there.